If we're going to introduce you as the expert on your topic, we would love to also say we have the expert on. In fact, she wrote the book on it. We're introducing the expert today. In fact, he wrote the book on it, to truly marry those, that you are the expert and the author in the same sentence. Game changer. So if you are the expert, publish the book on it. It is the #1 way. Next fact, juicy fact for you. 84% of Americans want to publish a book. Now, I know in our world of speakers and influencers and network marketers and entrepreneurs, small business owners, we are seeing everybody around us is publishing books, right? I have a nice little bookshelf, right? Maybe your book is here. I have another bookshelf there. Your book is probably there. In our world, there are many, many authors. Like, we get it. We're in that space. We're in that world. 84% of Americans want to publish a book. When I was speaking, when I was traveling and speaking at small business expos, and I would ask anybody here in the audience, already a published author, you get your hands raised. Is there anybody here want to publish a book? And almost every hand would be raised. Like, I want to publish a book. 84% of Americans say they want to publish a book. Do you want to take a gander at how many have actually published? Again, we're in a world where it seems like everybody has, right? 70%, 60%, 50, 40, 30. Do I hear 12? Do I hear 10? 1% of Americans have published a book. So now you take that globally, less than 1% of people around the globe are published authors. So if you have published a book, you are in the top 1%, my friend. Congratulations. Kudos to you. For those of you overachievers, right? Some of us have published in around 215, right? A few more, right? Total game changer, total game changer. So for Deb to come together and bring all of these authors together and to have a chapter in a book, to give them the opportunity to become a published author, it's amazing, and it's a really big deal. But then to take that book, and now there's like 3 steps to all of this. #1, publish your book. #2, turn that book into a bestseller so that you can have the title of best-selling author, right? If you're going to be the expert on it, I might as well write the book on it. If I'm going to write the book on it, I might as well have a best-selling book on it, right? And then #3 is to continue to sell the book and make money monetizing the book. And so there's steps, right? You don't just decide I'm going to have a book and now I'm selling hundreds and thousands of copies, right? There's process, and it's step by step. And this is one of the things that we teach at our Media Mastery Bootcamp, are the steps in the process. And you can't skip steps, and you can't dismiss the steps, right? The steps are important and they're fundamental, and there is a proper order to all of that, right? And so #1, publish the book. And then #2, let's turn that book into a bestseller. But what does it take, and how easy is that? And is that really that big of a deal? Absolutely. How do you become a best-selling author? You sell the best, which means on Amazon, you are selling the most. Out of the tens of thousands of products that are being sold every hour, right? Tens and thousands of products being sold every hour. And this week, I don't know if you knew this or paid attention to it, but it was Amazon Prime Week. So lots of products are being moved and shipped and sold, and that place is an economic engine. So to have her book hit the bestseller list during Amazon Prime Week, right? During one of the, it's like Christmas over there, right? Like, you take one of the highest shopping days of the year and you put it in one online platform, right? It's unbelievable. It's like unfathomable. We cannot even grasp the content, the volume of sales that are running through Amazon. And so to have an item be a #1 bestseller, to hit the bestseller list, these are astronomical algorithms, right? These are just incredible achievements. And so I just want to say kudos to Deb and her team for hitting this achievement. Like, you can see my screenshots taken all day long, right, of watching her book climb the ranks of bestseller. So here's what this looks like. Every single item in Amazon is given a BSR, bestseller rank. Where is it ranking in sales? Amazon is interested in only one thing, and that is sales, right? They don't care that there's exposure. They don't care that there's visits to the site and traffic. No, they want sales. They are in business. And let me tell you, my friend, so are you, right? That's what you're looking for, is creating revenue, creating sales. So it's up to you to create that sense of urgency. It's up to you to create products and programs and services that people want to buy and then sell them to them. That's the business side of it. So yeah, so we were taking screenshots all day long of this process, right, happening. And early in the day, her book hit number 3 on the bestseller rank. So out of all the books, right, that are being sold, and her book was number 3 in the multi-level marketing category. Now, categories is a whole nother conversation, and we teach this at the Media Mastery Bootcamp. Now, I teach a different method. There's lots of different ways to get here. There's lots of different ways. In fact, I just got an email from somebody who, this was so cute, right? I just love this. Let me see if I can bring it up really quick. She says, I know this is not how other people do book launches, and it may seem confusing to you, but trust me, I've been doing it this way for 8 years and it works. It's why I have a 100% success rate. I'm like, I get it. There's not just one way. There's multiple ways to get there. She has a 8-year, 100% success rate. We have a 100% success rate. I have not been doing this for that many years. But here's what I do want to tell you. Our goal is not just to manipulate the algorithm. I don't want you just be put in any random category or, just kind of a hit it and quit it kind of thing, right? Let's go hit it and walk away, which is a lot of times people will tell you that there's no money in book sales, right? Just go and get your bestseller status and you're good. Wash your hands and out, right? You've got the status, you've got the book, that all the money is made on the back end with high ticket sales, with stages you'll be invited to speak on. And that is true. You will make money by high ticket sales, by bringing customers in, by the speaking opportunities and the high ticket, like all of that is true. But there is absolutely money in selling your book, right? We talked about this week. I need to make $1,000 in 24 hours. What do I do? Sell 50 books, right? It's completely passive income, passive revenue when you are an author selling a book, right? Microphone in one hand, book in the other. You don't have to get on discovery calls. You're not booking any time on your calendar, completely passive income. Where was I going with that? Oh, selling books, right? Not just, so I want you to set your book up so that it has continual sales. I promise you, if you want to have an amazing sales partner, Amazon's a pretty good one to have alongside of you to helping you sell your book. So not only did her book hit number 1, right, in bestseller category and number 1 in hot new release with her paperback and her ebook. So number 1 spot, number 2 spot in bestseller, number 1 spot and number 2 spot in hot new releases. So the top 4 spots, four top spots on Amazon. This was just incredible. But how did she do that, right? Can you see that? Number 1, number 2, that's bestsellers, right? See bestsellers. She sold books, right? That's how she did that. But I want you to set this up so that, oh, and then there's, oops, number 1 and number 2 spot in hot new releases. Do you see that? Hot new releases, right? In multi-level marketing, that's her category. That is a true category. That is where people will be searching for her book later on when they're looking for books in multi-level marketing. So she is, then hold on, these screenshots are just so much fun. When you do hit it, take the screenshots, right? They're so much fun to go back and look at. And they are so exciting, right? So can you see that? Number 1, multi-level marketing, number 1, multi-level marketing profession, and number 1, multi-level marketing for Kindle. So like top spots all the way around in her category. But how did she do that? She sold books. This is not rocket science. You have to sell books. You've got to put the work in, right? You've got to, and you want to, right? My goal for my authors is when you hit bestseller, when you do your book launch, I want you to sell 200 copies of your book, not 5. I don't want you to just go, okay, here, right? Not 10, not 12 or whatever, right? The minimum. Actually want you out there promoting your book. She did press releases. We put her in front of thousands of media news desks. She's speaking, she's doing Facebook Live, she's doing email marketing, she did affiliate marketing, right? Like she did all the things. And here's something, 200 copies of your book, right? And let's say your book was 25 bucks. This is I know it's my really old calculator, but I love it. It's $5,000, right? I want you to make money. I actually want you to make money selling your book. I want you to go out and put out a product that you're proud of. I want you to be an expert. I want you to write the love letter to your clients, to your prospects, people who want to do business with you. I want you to turn that book into a bestseller. I want you to run the full bore marketing campaign and publicity campaign to create the buzz and the awareness that you're out there. At the end of the day, I want you to make money. I actually want you to sell books. So how did Deb become a best-selling author and hit 4 top spots? #1 and #2 for hot new release, and #1 and #2 for bestseller. She sold books.